Dudes, what's going on? Good gosh darn, opening things up with a freaking sub, man. Look at you. What a beast. What a beast. What's going on, man? How's your week going? I know most people are halfway through. For me, days don't even matter. It doesn't mean anything. I work so weird and having a toddler. That said, today was the first day my daughter has ever slept past 6:30. First day. She got up at like 7:15 or something. Unfortunately, I go to work at, 6. So I didn't get to enjoy that, but that's okay. One of these days I will. But what I do enjoy is a 26-month sub streak. Holy shit. Can't believe I've been doing this long. Man. One of these days I'll be back in a routine. One of these days, I swear to God, it's gonna happen. I swears it. Oh man, so yeah, the Royals. I don't know, you guys probably don't know anything about this, but the Royals and the Chiefs had a measure on the local elections, the municipal elections, to sort of like, so part of the question was to like move the Royal Stadium downtown, and like currently the stadiums are in this complex. Like they're both right next to each other, and they're out in the middle of Independence, Missouri, which is for many years was the meth production capital of the world. So it's not a great place as it stands, and there's been no development around the stadium, so there isn't shit to do around them. So that's a shame. But in any event, they yeah. That didn't pass. So we've been trying to solve this problem of having fun stuff to do around the stadium, so people don't just like show up and then leave immediately. But not yet. That was a huge deal, and it like I personally know the owner of the Royals, and his wife is upset on social media. New league, so far I think's pretty good. It's got some ups and downs. I'll talk about that in just a second. But finishing the thought, yeah, the situation was kind of weird, where they sort of like this has been in the works for months, and they kind of last minute like swapped sites that they were gonna go to, and the site, like the new site, basically evicts a bunch of like successful local businesses, and so everybody just voted it down, and that sort of sucks, but whatever. It'll come back. We'll get something cool going. So Path of Exile League, I think it's cool. It does have some confusing points to it though, so I'll show you how it works. We'll go here. So basically, this is a Archmage Hiero, by the way, because they basically changed Archmage and made it viable again, which is freaking amazing. Is that like mana builds are like my favorite thing that I've done. Really, I think it's super cool. Nice archetype. But originally what is this? The mechanic was very unrewarding, like basically just total trash. And I think late last night, they released a patch that totally revamped it. And it sounds like it's really good now. So here's what the mechanic is. So the Lantern of Aramor, see the spirits affecting the bathhouse. So you click on this, and these are all the buffs that go to the monsters. And some of these are pretty substantial here, right? Like, everything ignites. 20% increased life to pack members on death, so like damn, that's the bonus you get. So corpses and all flame members are the things that you use to interact with the league content, basically the league mechanic. So all flame members, let's see if I have one. I do not, but maybe I'll find one. Basically they let you add these things to a monster, like these properties and find additional stuff. But some of these mods are just like truly insane. Like extra damage and penetration, like resistance penetration. It's pretty rough. Or like lots of extra projectiles, or like ailment reflect, just crazy shit. So there was a fair amount of unrest about how strong these monsters were, because these are huge buffs. But I've definitely noticed that it's like the campaign is harder, and there were a few mods like more damage per monster in the pack, basically. So some of these monsters had like 100% more damage on top of any other modifiers. So it was a little bit busted, and I think they've walked some of that back with the League mechanic rework that they released last night. So it's a little bit less disgustingly hard. See, my son is coming in. Hang up. Oh, and what's up, dude? I will be right back. Alright, there you go. Kids having bad dreams. We watched a video about, it's basically just an urban legend, that it was, somebody in, I don't remember, the Pacific Northwest or something, created something called Mel's Hole, which is basically, the legend is that it's a, like, bottomless pit. It's just like, tunnel to the paranormal, basically. But we unfortunately watched a YouTube video about it, and so now he's scared about that. And I was like, nah, dude, this is just fake. It's all totally made up. But anyway, League mechanic. So the corpses that you saw mentioned, it's like a crafting league. So the corpses, you bury them in the cemetery, which is like a separate league specific little area, and each one gives you like a modification to crafting whatever piece of gear that you want. So some of them make, like, say, lightning modifiers rarer. So like if you don't want lightning modifiers, that's a good one to use. Or maybe they change number of sockets or the level of the item or something like that. And you have a shitload of space to, like, amount of corpses that you can use. I think it's 64, actually. I think you can use 64 corpses. So you can have lots of modifiers to the things that can spawn on your items. And originally, when they did it, it was pretty mediocre. Even at kind of, like, medium-high level corpses and, like, with a fair amount of attention to detail, you were getting, like, a good item that, just good. Not great, but good. Where the fuck is the other lever? I missed a lever somewhere. Is it that one? I thought I clicked that one. Motherfucker. Is it our lucky day? It is your lucky day. You are so lucky.
Allow your wisdom
I'm gracing you with my presence. Isn't that amazing? You're so fortunate. Oh, I need to do the second lab for this guy. Oh shit. Okay, well I will do that after I mow down some bathhouse guys. What's going on, Matt? How are you, man? Sorry I took so long on that essay, dude. That was not cool. I just frankly kept forgetting about it. I have no excuse. I could have made that work. Alright, so these are more of the 10% increased life on death. Yeah, see, what is this shit? 200% global crit strike and chance and crit multi? Like, damn. All damage can freeze? That sucks for me. 45% attack and cast speed for the strongest monster. So if there's like a rare in this pack, that's a really strong-ass monster. I haven't actually crafted anything with the cemetery yet, because I'm still working through the campaign. I generally don't do much with the League mechanic until maps. I am shelf and started surgery. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good way to burn everything. Time, life, happiness. Those things go away real quick. Like, I don't know if this is still the case for you, but the internal medicine shelf for me was basically step 2. Like, very, very, very similar. And the breadth of knowledge necessary was about the same. By far the hardest shelf exam. So for anybody who doesn't know what a shelf exam is, it's, like, so in your 3rd year of med school, you start clinical rotations, and at the end of each rotation, you have, like, a test with questions over that specialty, and that's just referred to as the shelf exams. I'm not sure why, but it is. Ow! But yeah, the internal medicine one is like, you know, it's all of medicine, basically. And it is very difficult. 29-year-old with lupus just got put on dialysis in the ICU. Are they fucked? So, short answer is yes, because anybody on dialysis is generally in really bad shape. How fucked sort of depends on why their kidneys failed. Like, if their kidneys failed because of, like, some chronic thing, they're actually in better shape than if it's an acute failure. Like, if your kidneys fail to the point where you need dialysis, you have, like, a 40% mortality rate. Like, it's really, really, really high. But I think 5-year survival for people on chronic dialysis is, like, 20-30%, something like that. It's very low. Failed because lupus? Yeah, so, not good. Not good. That's some bad lupus to kill kidneys by 29. Jeez. Off at 4? At a 4-hour ventral hernia at 5? Oh my god, that's a long hernia repair. I guess that's academic medicine for you. I've mercifully fallen out of that lifestyle where robot hernias take 4+ hours. Ugh. Oh god. Oh, he's private? So he's just slow as shit? Okay. That's a bummer. Like, I get frustrated with our surgeons because I feel like they're slow, and like, a ventral hernia there, even a bad, like a big one, takes like 3 hours. Yugal! Ow, that really hurt. Holy shit. It just wouldn't have finished till 9. Oh, well, he's not operating for 4 hours. That makes it way better. Yeah, that's painful as a student, man. Those after-hours cases. Especially when you're just like a modified retractor. Oh, man. I did not enjoy that. Dude, I have had some strong-ass shoulders and pecs by the time I got out of my surgery rotation, though. Holding those retractors in place for like 3 straight hours. Damn. Stayed late, so you're first out. Yeah, we didn't have anything like that. We just all left at the same time. So yeah, league-wise, I've been very happy with this build so far. This is the oh shit, man, I got bitch slapped there. This is Archmage Hiero. It's been awesome. Very smooth. I'm, you know, skill is a problem. But, especially when I do shit like that. But yeah, the character itself is pretty freaking good, and I haven't made many efforts to, like, improve gear or anything. Let's see, talk to Hargan? Yeah.
You found them.
I'll take that. That probably is not worth anything, correct? Correct. Oh yeah. Got these other 2 things. That is pretty good, actually. Okay. Alright then. Residents are a bunch of guns. Hilarious. You have to do an overnight call, and one of you has to stay till 6 every day. Oh, you had to stay till 6 just because? That's so stupid, dude. What a waste of your time. I'm sorry. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about med school, or really just medical education in general, is that, like, nobody respects the fact that you're an adult learner and you have shit to do. Like, there's so many required things, and I just, you know, like, somebody's telling you how to learn. I mean, it should be enough to just say, like, hey, you have to learn this material, or you're not going to pass. You know, presumably after you've gotten into med school, you're a driven enough person that that's motivation enough, right? You're like, this is the stuff that you need to know it. That's it, right? Pay money to get treated like a bitch? Absolutely. That is absolutely the case. Yeah, I don't approve of that at all. Volunteered because you live 20 minutes away. Your co-students live 45? Oh, man. Rounded saw console. Yeah, I mean, good for you. That was nice of you. Alright, so let's see. I go top, mid, and then right. So top, mid, and then right all the way through. Cool. Awesome. We can do that. Yeah, that kind of stuff just drove me nuts. For, like, required journal clubs, after hours, just anything where they, like, say that you have to show up. Anything that's extra, I should say. I feel like lectures that are kind of like part of your core curriculum are a little bit different. But those were kind of like required unless you have something else going on, so sort of like soft requirement, at least in my experience. You know, not like you have somebody up your ass if you missed it. I don't know, maybe other programs are different, but wait a second. Did I fuck this up? Yeah, I did. I think I did. Start right because you went in on Monday for orientation and sat in the resident room for an hour. The resident sent you home. That's awesome. Yeah, I did fuck this up. Damn it. This is the only one that's top middle, and I even said it out loud. Ooh, we're gonna strongbox. I will take your riches, strongbox. Orb of augmentation. Great. That's perfect. Oh, you're gonna have so many stories, dude. It won't end there. Don't worry. Med school is the gift that keeps on giving. It's really great, especially surgery. Surgery is just sort of like legendary for that sort of shit. There we go.
Ooh, the weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
Yes, he does.
Who empowers the center, not the other way around. Make your mark.
Eat a dick, Azaro. Yeah, all I have to say is, wait until you're doing anesthesia and you get a load of OB. OB and anesthesia just mix like oil and water, dude. I don't know why.
Trappings of past emperors aside, make your empire anew.
It's very difficult to figure out what the problem is. Taking pagers? Why? You sit in pre-op and text the residents when the patients leave. Okay. Once you're out, you gotta deal with the admin and nurses and lawsuits. Yeah. Yep, sure do. Yeah, I mean, you have chosen wisely, sir. I think tech has worked out to be a very smart career choice. I know several, like, I actually know another dude who I went to high school with who got accepted to med school, and he took a job in marketing, and he is just, like, fucking crushing it right now. I don't know who or where he works, but, or for whom or where he works. But yeah, I know he's, like, upper management, and he's doing very well for himself. So, you know, there are other ways. Pick family med before surgery. Family med is sleeper OP, man. In my opinion. Like you're not gonna make like a ton of money as medicine goes, but your hours are gonna be pretty good. So it's, as medicine goes, it's fairly low stress. I mean, you're gonna, you probably work pretty hard getting people through your clinic, but what the fuck? There we go. Upper management and clear 800k? Oh yeah. Yes. I think he's doing just fine. Yeah, and I think last I talked with him, he was in New York. And it was just visiting. And I mean, that was probably at least 10 years ago. So who knows? Who knows what he's doing now? Probably even better. Do a colonoscopy, get your shingles shot, see you next year. I mean, pretty much. Yeah, oh, did you take your blood pressure meds that I prescribed you? No? Okay, well, you should do that. See you in a couple months. Why don't you give that a shot? That wasn't like a joke or anything. You're actually supposed to do that. That's my problem. I would just be firing patients all the time. Like, why are you here? You didn't do what I told you to do. Go away. Direct primary care, though, man, that's the way of the future. It really is. Like insurance-less medical transactions. That's what's up.
Without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death. An emperor is only as efficient as those he commands.
It works so well for most people too. I mean, yeah, you're gonna miss out on all, like really sick people who go to the doctor a lot, but you just make up for that with patient volume. Oh god!
By the goddess. What ambition.
Owns 2 properties as a plane. Partnered at the credit union? Oh, nice. Yeah, urgent care for $200 an hour. Yeah, I mean, that seems not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I was reading a Reddit post a while ago, actually, from a guy who does the direct primary care thing, and he's kind of working under the philosophy of, like, you're only young once, you know, sort of YOLO, and he's just, like, balls to the wall, crushing it, working, like, 80-hour weeks, and I think he said he gets, like, $800K a year, but he's also killing himself, you know, like, that's not a sustainable pace. I mean, it sounds like he literally works, like, 90-hour weeks. But hey, man, get a partner and cut it out in half, and you're still making 400 grand. It's a family practice guy. Not too bad. So Nocturnist, also, speaking of sleeper OP, that's a great gig. There's so many, like, really, really good jobs in medicine, but you have to, like, you've got to have the inside track on them, or just luck into it. So I'll give you an example. The Children's Hospital here, they have an OB unit, but it's really only, like, that sounds terrible if you think about it, right? Like, it's, you know, it's a children's hospital, so if somebody is delivering there, it means their baby is extra fucked up with special sauce, right? And that is indeed the case. However, the hospital doesn't take moms who are messed up, so it's healthy women with real sick babies. And that's great. That's real easy. Basically, you don't treat them any differently, and once their baby comes out, there's somebody else's problem. Like, they rush them to surgery or something. And it's not busy, because those, like, the amount of people who fit those criteria are few and far between. And they still, I think they, you know, they make like $350 an hour to do this, to do anesthesia, and they basically just, like, chill. And there's some, you know, corporate group that covers it, that they, like, contract with, but those people need vacation time, and so they hire just, like, random locums people to do the vacation time. And 2 people from my group are in on that. It's like, they just, like, show up and do nothing, basically, for a whole week. Yeah, Nocturnist is good, though. Nocturnist is a good thing, because it is, like, a good deal. You've got to be careful, though, because sometimes, like, if you sign up for a really busy place, that can suck super hard. Like, where you're just up and running around, you know, putting out fires, admitting patients, and all that shit constantly. That's no good.
An aspirant can afford.
But if you're just kind of there, like, holding down the fort, maybe do a mission or 2 overnight, you can, like, sleep yourself. That's cool. That's cool. And there are plenty of jobs like that.
Are you a martyr?
Am I a martyr? Not a martyr, no. Woo! Hello. Give me your stuff. Alright, this guy needs to die, so I can loot in peace. Genuinely considering it, you should. I think it's foolish to just hardcore rule out any specialty, you know, unless you just, like, hate it. If there's any way that you can be like, you know what, that wasn't terrible, I see these positives in this thing, then great. Like, I ruled out OB real quick, because I absolutely freaking hated OB. But other than that, I was pretty open to whatever. Withering touch support. No. Toxic rain. Oh, you know what? Do Do I go for the money play, or do I go for the gem that I actually want? So what I'm trying to figure out here is, do I change a gem into something that I might actually use? I think I do that, actually. Well, let's do this the smart way. So Lancing Steel Spring, 15, and then Detonate Dead of Chain Reaction. How much is this? 50C? Okay, well that's not too much more than the gem that I want, actually, so... Let's go blue. Power Siphon of the Archmage, Spark of the Nova. Huh. Surgery, OB, only hard rule out. Well, any surgery, that's a lot of fields. That's a whole lot of fields. Flame Blast of Celerity. I can't... I mean, that seems kind of cool, honestly. Flame Blast Totems, perhaps? More spell damage for each stage. Am I more likely to use this or this? Wonder if that's worth anything. That's the next question, is, are these sellable gems? Nope. Power Siphon of the Archmage. That is not worth shit. Okay. Flame Blast of Celerity, I pretty much guarantee that's not worth anything. Spark of Nova. So you're ruling out Radiology, too? That's an auto rule out for you? Anesthesia procedures are cool. It's all kind of like low-level stuff. This seems interesting to me. I'm gonna take that just for shits and giggles. I could see myself making a totem build with that. It's kind of a cool skill. Your grades are so bad. Well, you're going anesthesia, dude. Like, it seems like they're pretty comparable. And I mean, don't forget about the, like, middle of nowhere programs. Those are way less competitive. And get fewer applicants. Nobody wants to be in Kansas City. Oh, this is good. Okay. Just got Sanctuary of Thought. So I'm gonna have a bunch of increased area of effect. Got a bunch of energy shield. So I should be way more durable now. At least that's the plan. I'm what, level 61? Cool. I dig it. What is that? Oh, that's Luminous. Let's see, have I done everything? Need to find the moon orb. Yep. Cool. Let's rock. Anesthesia Nepo baby. Hey, at least you're realistic, man. I mean, you can always do the good gosh darn method of going into tech and making way more money than either of us ever will. I think that's a winner. I actually knew a guy, there was a dude in, what was he, 2 classes below me, I think? And he finished his 3rd year of med school and then quit to be a brewmaster at Schlafly. I am and always will be a personality hire. You can be the guy that they put on the posters for the group. You have the winning smile. The brilliant personality. I mean, that's what they need. Everybody needs a friendly face. Looks like, you know, a general hospital doctor, right? And I mean the soap opera, not the, not like Mass General. Ooh, strong box. Oh shit, that's bad. Everyone in the anesthesia department hugs you? What? Okay. I don't want people touching me, man. It's weird. Is that good? No. Okay, even if that's hybrid mods, that's not good. Okay. Took me a second to think about that. Oh shit, I didn't change the mods. Let's see. Okay. Good enough. Let's get in there. Damn it. You fuckers. Die. There we go. It's just friendly. That's good. I mean, that seems like a cool place to be. Oh. So, one thing that I just remembered. So, those of you who have watched the stream for a while may remember about 2 years ago, Good Gosh Darn went frickin' ham and went whale mode. And donated a shitload of money to me. Why? I'm not sure. But I'm very glad that he enjoys the stream and has continued to follow and support me. But in any event, the idea was to have a nice date night with my wife, not with my knife. Unfortunately, due to a rather ridiculous pregnancy and the worst baby in the history of the world, we have not had a date night since that donation occurred. You've been here 6 months with a knife? Yeah. So, no date nights in like 2 years. As weird as that sounds, like, we've just been too fucking tired the whole time, which is part of why I haven't been streaming much. Like, this is something I really enjoy doing, and I'm just like, dude, I've gotta sleep. I have no choice but to sleep. I am married, yes, believe it or not. I am married with 2 kids. I mean, the fact that there's someone for everyone is a common theme on this stream, so I am a good example of that. You shook. I am indeed married. But anyway, I've been keeping this in mind for literally 2 years now. And I was planning on going to this place called Eddie V's, which is really good, like, seafood and steakhouse. Like, it's one of the few places in town that actually has, like, daily fresh seafood. And as you might imagine, in Kansas City, that's a bit of a scarcity. There's only, like, I think 4 or 5 restaurants in town that actually do that. But times have changed a little bit. And there is a place that, by all accounts, is far and away the best Italian restaurant in town. And it's a little tiny place, so it's very difficult to get reservations. But my wife is amazing and managed to score a table for 2 on Wednesday. So we're gonna go there, and in just a second, I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna have. I have like your mom will like me, Riz. Weird. Oh, I'm getting frozen so much. I do not like this. Oh, those were the corpses. Shit. I'll see if I can, stop collecting that shit real quick so you guys can see what that is. So here's the all flame thing. So you can transform, like, you remember the, like, menu there? You can use this to transform that pack of monsters into rats. So they're, like, inert, basically. That's a pretty decent amulet. Huh. I think I need the dexterity on the other one, though. Shit. Oh well. Girls bring you home because they won't think you're doing anything inappropriate. That's hilarious. So what? One of my wife's best friends growing up is a gay dude, and, like, obviously so. He's not, like, flamboyant or anything, but it's pretty clear. And his dad was just in massive denial. So keep in mind they grew up in rural Arkansas, right? So my wife and this guy used to go to, like, dances together and stuff. And the guy's dad was like so proud. He's like, yeah, you get it. Yeah. It's like, dude, your son's gay. They're not doing anything. They're like talking about hair. Let's see. Dropped armor converted to orbs of scouring. Alright. You know, I think I'm okay with that. Okay with how this goes. Let's do it. Same but different reasons. There you go. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this moon orb, and then we're gonna look at Picaro Primo. Excellent, excellent Italian, from what I understand. I've never been there, so this is gonna be quite the experience. Many women tell you you're just not threatening. I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me I'm not threatening, but I can't imagine that I am threatening. Maybe I am, I don't know. You know, I generally don't wear the trench coat until like the second date. And I'm usually wearing underwear. So here. Oh, God. You fuckers. Go away. Yeah, so this corpse, this is the like bonus it gives you. So 6 times the likelihood of physical modifier. So if you're trying to like make an item with like physical damage or whatever, then that's what you want. Black dude with RBF. Yeah, seems non-threatening. That's cool. I keep my Glock unloaded, so it's fine. Nobody thinks anything of it. That's full. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry. But yeah, so I went to this dude's house, and he kind of lives over in the hood, not gonna lie. I wanted to pay him back, and I brought him a slab of ribs that I'd smoked. And I like walk in his house to just kind of drop it off, and there's a loaded Glock and a combat knife, like a K-bar, just sitting on his dining room table. A loaded Glock, mind you. I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad I'm not your enemy. Ah, weak sauce. You carry Pokemon cards wherever you go. That would definitely contribute to a lack of threateningness. I agree. I agree. Just very solemnly say, "Have you seen my Pikachu?" They're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's fine." That was a joke. Are you sure? Pretty sure you actually carry Pokemon cards everywhere. They're Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Touche. Touche. That's somehow even less threatening, I feel like. Like, if you could find something that's less threatening than little cartoon animals running around doing elemental attacks to each other, Yu-Gi-Oh is probably it. Magic is threatening? Yeah, dude, that's like demon spawn shit, right? It's heresy. Ah. Okay, I'm leaving. This is bullshit. You're waiting for a dude to flex his arm and say, "Welcome to the gun show." Awesome. Adaptive resistances? I do not approve. Off I go. no! Jesus, these things are rough. Yeah, so part of the league mechanic that does suck is it's not avoidable. That's one thing that I didn't mention, is you have to participate. All of those monster bonuses, they happen whether you want them to or not. So it's not like you opt in and, you know, get a chance at all those things. You just, you just get rocked, no matter what. And there's not a lot of, or at least, well, previously for sure, and it looks like this is still the case, there's not a lot of upside to opting into the league mechanic other than, or like immediate. There's not a lot of immediate return on it, I should say, because like the monsters don't really drop much. They don't give you like extra loot or anything. It's just like, they're just harder. And sometimes they have like really, really, really tough mods, as discussed. That sort of sucks. Oh, should probably assign that. Blue? Gonna go over there and get some spell suppression, so I might not instantly die to everything. Superior Divine Mana Flask. You fuckers. Can't even let me look at my mana flasks in peace. So I've been kind of getting into this game called Kenshi. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. But I think after I sort of max out this character, like, this league is cool, but I'm not sure it's going to hold my attention for longer than 2 characters. Maybe not even longer than this one. So, we'll see. But Kenshi looks awesome. It's basically like a... It strikes me as like very Fallout-ish, in the sense that it's kind of like a dystopian, you know, post-apocalyptic environment, like... but it's more freeform than Fallout. Like, there's not really a thing that you have to do. It's just kind of, there's stuff, and you just choose what you want to do. It's very sandboxy, which I also think is really cool. But also seems pretty hardcore. Like, it seems very difficult, so I don't know, maybe that won't fit me, because I suck. But we'll see. We'll see. But it looks really cool. So I was hoping to get into that after this. Not like today, but, you know, in a couple weeks or something, once this league is worn thin. Oh, 62, so I'm actually kind of overleveled. You don't like Fallout? Dude, you gotta play the first 2. I feel like the first 2 are by far the best. That said, I have not played, what's the most recent one? New Vegas? I heard the most recent one was pretty good. Or no, Fallout 76 was trash, but there was one before that that was pretty good. From what I've heard, I haven't played it. I've played, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Tactics. Fallout Tactics was pretty good too. But yeah, I definitely think 1 and 2 were easily the best of the series that I've been a part of, at least. Ouch. Not optimized for Windows 10. Oh, bummer. Yeah, there are game-breaking glitches for sure. Some of them are kind of optional though. Like, I remember for Fallout 1, there was a thing where, like, if you went to the Glow, which is like a, you know, place that you had to go, you got your stats, like, all increased by a shitload, and you were basically just a god for the rest of the game. So before I understood that that was, like, kind of boring, I used to just, like, start a game and I just run straight to the Glow. I mean, this is when I was, like, 12 or whatever, and it's still cool to, like, use cheat codes in games and shit. I didn't really understand the concept of like challenge as an enjoyable thing. At least not in video games. Mm-hmm. Phone ring. Alright. Now you like the originals? Yeah, I do too. Check out my stream results. Oh, it thinks I finished my stream because I disconnected there. Hilarious.
Don't do anything I would.
Frogger Adventures in a retro game shop? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would hit that for sure. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, Bacaro Primo. Let's do this. Not Bacarp, Bacaro Primo. There we go. Yeah, this is the place I'm gonna go. That looks delightful. I don't know what that is. Some sort of seafood pasta. Maybe like roasted garlic over the top? I don't know. Alright, let's see what we got here. So fries. With cracked pepper and pecorino. Nice. Bruschetta. Fried olives with sausage and garlic. Oh, oh, oh man, that sounds good. So fresh focaccia. Updated, not knockoff, where they just made Frogger a platformer. Oh yeah. Yeah, that sounds delicious. Let's see. So house salad, meh. Chicory salad. Pear walnut. You know, I don't really dig the sweet salad thing. That's not pancetta vinaigrette. That's interesting. But yeah, meh. Daily soup. Sausage and cheese. Okay. So that's just a what do you call it? Charcuterie. Prosciutto. Okay. Roasted grapes. Pistachio. Sounds good. Arancini. Ooh, beef tartare. Yeah, I'm there. You had walnut and salad when you went to Jug Up dinner? Walnut was the best part. Yeah, I'm tough to please with salads. I'll be the first to admit. Diamond Kings, what's up, man? Oh, you're starting anesthesia? No way! Good for you, man. Congratulations. Where are you going, if you don't mind sharing? I understand if you don't, for sure. It's a small world. So, I will not take that personally. Yeah, good for you, dude. Residency blows ass, but it's sort of a necessary evil. And you will learn. And at UMS! Oh, cool. Alright. Well, you'll get a lot of peds experience. That's... I'll be honest, I did not care for the Arkansas residency when I went through. There were a lot of good people in it, though. And their pediatric experience is absolutely top-notch. You will see some crazy fucking cases come through Arkansas Children's, man. Baby 2 in September. Well, I hope you enjoy meeting your kid when he's 4. Or she's 4. Wife can deliver where you work. True. 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 Sometimes that's awesome. Like at KU, if you, like, any healthcare you had at KU was free. Including having a baby. So even though KU's OB department was absolute trash when I was there, lots of people delivered there. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that. That's good for you. I mean, anesthesia spots, man, those are tough to come by, it sounds like. Very tough to come by. Help deliver a FM residence baby? Oh god, why did they let a student deliver their baby? That's bold. Like, they know better. They were students recently, they know better than that. I don't know what Nduja is. Gambaretti. Garlic charred lemon and Filoni. I don't know what Filoni is. Oh, type of bread. Okay. Attending life well worth it? Yeah. I like my job a lot, honestly. And if you're wanting to stay in the area, dude, you're gonna make a shitload of money. Because nobody wants to be in, like, the Midwest or Mid-South. I helped, I handed people gauze and shit. Yeah. It sounds right. OB is not my favorite. Not my favorite. Alright, let's see what we got here. So in case you just got here, I was extolling the virtues of Good Gosh Darn, who showered me with cash like 2 years ago with the idea that I would, you know, have a nice night out with my wife. And then she had a miserable pregnancy, and then we had a miserable baby, so we haven't had a date night literally for 2 years, as sad as that is. And this is our first date night next Wednesday, and we're going to this awesome-ass Italian restaurant. Which is saying a lot, because there's a lot of really good Italian food in Kansas City, and this is supposedly the best one. I've never been there. So let's see. Pizzas. Definitely not going to get a pizza, even though I hear they're amazing. Yeah, we are treating ourselves. I've had this earmarked for a nice dinner for years. They have pasta fagioli? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, not gonna have a pizza, even though these do sound really good. So Baccheri, ragu bolognese, the bolognese sauce, ricotta. Okay. This sounds good. I love butternut squash pasta. I don't know about the walnut, but this does sound awesome. All day sauce. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hell yeah. Cavolo Nero. I wish. One of my favorite dishes is actually squid ink pasta. I wish they had a squid ink pasta. That would be awesome. This is a delicious, delicious flavor. Campanelli. Let's see. Cavolo Nero pesto. Nice. Chili. So kind of like a spicy pesto? That's interesting. Risotto. I'm sure they make... Oh, no, lamb ragu. Oh, shit. That sounds really good. Okay. Chicken parm. Cool. Alright. I can respect that. Bronzino. I don't know, I'll go fish. I'm not, like, I enjoy fish, but I think, I don't know that that's something that I'm real hard on. A braised short rib. Now we're talking. With polenta? Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds awesome. Gotta be up at 3? Oh my god. That's fucking surgery, man. Terrible. Well, thanks for stopping in, at least. Take it easy. If you can't see me, you should be awake. Just smile real big. They'll see you just fine. Well, good luck, man. Have a good night. Alright, so let's see. So I don't know if I want a bolognese sauce. I think I'll rule that out. That sounds good. Oh, so what makes squid ink pasta special? I just really like the flavor. So like, have you had it before? Squid ink is very it's kind of citrusy, but it's also like kind of umami, like slightly bitter, kind of like a mushroom. a little bit, so it's sort of like a lemon mushroom-ish flavor. I mean, that's kind of a bad way to describe the umami taste in it, but it's awesome. Like, you pair it with, you know, cheese, and it is just freaking amazing. Oh, so I don't actually mean, like, a pasta that's made with squid ink. I mean, like, pasta, so it's pasta, and you put squid ink on it. I don't think I've ever had pasta that's, like, made with squid ink in it. So, like, the squid ink is, like, the sauce, kind of. It is delicious. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. One of my favorite meals that I've ever had actually is at another Italian restaurant in town. It was squid ink pasta with butternut squash under it, like a butternut squash sauce sort of under it, so you mixed it together. It was so good. Like, the sweetness of the squash kind of cut the bitter of the ink. Killer, dude. So good. Really, really well balanced dish, and it was fucking fantastic. Alright, so what do I want here? The braised short rib that's a surefire winner for sure. All day sauce sounds delicious. Man, risotto is kind of calling my name, though. With a lamb ragu, that sounds delightful. You gonna meet the person who first decided to eat squid ink. You know what? That looks great. I'm gonna eat that. Yeah, dude, people do weird shit. So the thing that comes to mind that makes me think of the first person who did a spinal block. So, you know, like when we do C-sections, that's probably the most common place for a spinal, but also it's very common for, like, knee replacements or hip replacements, some abdominal surgeries, stuff like that. So the first person who did that was, like, back in, I think it was like 1880s or something. It was Dr. Beer. First spinal anesthesia. Yep, Dr. Beer, 1898, yep. And his assistant, because apparently, like, all doctors had, like, fucking crazy assistants back in the day. His assistant allowed him to inject cocaine in his CSF. When, of course, since it's 1898, it's, like, not sterile cocaine. They just kind of, like, dissolved it up into some water, and they're like, yeah, you know, we'll just put it in here and see what happens. And they did. And they were like, oh shit, this is actually really cool. This works really well. Did he survive? Yeah, he did fine. It wore off and everything was cool. Man, that is a good amulet. Can I... I need the dexterity. Shit.
Still breathing, eh?
Yeah. Alright, away you go. Let's see what this is worth. Boop. 3 divines. Wow. Alright. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Why don't we put it up for... Here, let's fix this a little bit. 2 divines? Huh. Okay. Well. 2. Divine orb. See how it goes. That would be pretty awesome. You, sir, need to get out of here. Is it normal to wake up from anesthesia feeling super refreshed? Yes, it is, actually. That is a common side effect of propofol. I believe it's referred to officially as a pervasive sense of well-being. Is what they call it. Alright, give me something that matters. Immunity to shock? Nah, let's keep going. Moose Curse is on use. Nah. Poison immunity, that'll do. Aw, mother... Brick. Increased recovery rate, yes. Yes! Okay, that'll do. Good enough. Should have it to where you can pay an anesthesiologist to put you under for a few hours. So you know, there was a guy that did that, and you may have heard of him. He didn't actually pay an anesthesiologist, but he did pay somebody to do that. I think his name was like Mike? Oh, Jackson. That's right. Michael Jackson did that. It didn't go so well for him. As I recall. Yeah, didn't work out real well. Gain a frenzy charge on hit, huh? So, you know, there's sort of a surge in the popularity of ketamine infusions. Lots of people see them as a kind of like a cure-all, to be honest. Like it's good for mood, good for pain, you know, good for depression, all that sort of stuff. And there's evidence that those things are all true, but not really when done as kind of like a one-off thing. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, it'll make your pain go away for like 2 hours, maybe. But you kind of have to use it as part of a dedicated pain regimen, you know, to be of use, and not just like call some service to do it. But yeah, my point is there are a lot of people who are doing like mobile, like I did, you know, like mobile IV services where you just get a ketamine infusion. And that's sort of approaching what you're talking about, honestly. Kind of close to that. Like, alarmingly so. I mean, the nice thing is that ketamine is pretty benign. You know, like, you're not... It doesn't ablate your respiratory drive, so it's, like, good to go. I did not give ketamine infusions. I would never do that. But, like, I did have a mobile IV business where we'd like go to people's houses and give them hangover IVs and shit. Which was awesome, by the way. No, I definitely did not do ketamine infusions. That adds a whole nother layer of just random shit to worry about. Most notably, it's a controlled drug, so carrying it across state lines would be a bit of a problem from a insurance and legal standpoint. And I just don't want to mess with having a controlled drug around. You know, like, people will rob you, and yeah, fuck that. I have no interest in getting involved in that. What's given to put someone in a coma? Oh, you can sedate people with lots of stuff. So, propofol, fentanyl, Versed, Precedex, all those are pretty common sedatives for, like, people in the ICU. If you're sedating someone long term, I'd say propofol is probably the most common. But You can't do it for like a super long time, because if you sedate somebody solely with propofol, they start to get something called propofol infusion syndrome, which is basically like a really bad metabolic acidosis, and it's fatal potentially, and it's really freaking hard to treat once it actually happens. Typically that's only for high doses of propofol, but it can definitely, like, it's a dose dependent thing too, you know. So if you just get like a normal amount of propofol for a really long time, it'll still happen over time. Is it constant infusion? Yeah. Yeah, you just put it on a pump and it infuses through either IVs, patient's IVs. But yeah, you'll find that for people who are sedated like over long periods of time, it's good for them to. There's a lot of like weird stuff that you do that, you know, is shown to help people out. So they'll have sedation breaks, is what they call them. So they literally just turn off these people's sedation for a while, because it does kind of build up in your fatty tissues and stuff. A lot of it's very fat soluble. So let's see, a chance to drop an instilling orb. Put that there. Cool. But yeah, they'll switch up. They'll turn sedation off and switch it up, give different drugs and stuff. So it all, the idea is you kind of like minimize side effects, basically.
I must have time to gather my will.
And people do have issues with like cognition after long-term sedation. A lot of times, they get like a real bad brain fog. You can even have it after anesthesia. Actually, they call it post-operative cognitive decline or dysfunction. And it's where like you get anesthesia and you just have a otherwise unexplainable change in your sensorium and like your mental status that's like lasts. I forgot what the criteria are specifically, but it has to last like, you know, some amount of time. How is it different than anterograde amnesia? Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily involve amnesia. It's just like the person behaves differently. And sometimes it lasts for months. Sometimes it's even permanent. I've seen one permanent case, or at least like, you know, medium-term permanent. Like I knew this guy had been dealing with it for like 6 months or something. He was just like a shell of his former self after having had surgery. And they couldn't figure. He'd had all sorts of tests, and nobody could figure out why. And that was the best. That was the best punch that they had. So weird shit, man. But yeah, they don't necessarily forget. And anterograde amnesia is like, we induce that frequently. Like, people get that with benzos all the time.
It's my lucky day.
And in fact, that's like, sometimes you give benzos with the intent of inducing anterograde amnesia. Pretty often, actually. It's like if somebody comes in for a trauma, you just give them a shitload of, like, either Versed or Ativan, the Razorfam, just to make them forget. Because it's, like, pretty, like, blood pressure stable. It's not going to affect their blood pressure very much, and then they won't remember anything. And they can't, like, most anesthetics will lower your blood pressure, so you can't really, like, turn on the gas or get propofol or anything like that. So you just give them benzos and make them forget everything. This never happened. Nobody's cutting you open while you're essentially awake, I promise. And paralyzed. Yes, instilling orb, yes. Give me these. Oh, jeez. +1 minimum number of linked sockets up to 5, okay. So I guess if I get one that's up to 6, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, sedation is kind of a complex thing when you have to do it long term. I guess it's kind of a complex thing anyway, but especially if you have to do it long term, and you don't want to like totally fuck somebody's brain up. Doc Ember. What's up, June?
Good luck.
So I'm going to sell things. Oh yeah, I need that. Is it better than what I have? Attack speed. Okay. I think it is better than what I have. I'm gonna go craft it. I know. It is trash. However, it's an improvement. How do antidepressants cause weight gain? That I don't know. I think there's a some sort of effect on like the hunger and satiety hormones. Let's see. Let's look it up. Let's see. How do antidepressants cause weight gain? Subsequently cause cravings for carbohydrate-rich foods. There you go. Ta-da! We're learning so much. Spell damage? No? No spell damage? Already has a mod of that type. Really? Oh, it's the cold damage thing. Ah, fuck. Weak. That's a dead mod anyway. Oh well, whatever. I'm using you anyway. 4,000. Okay, so it's like a 8% damage increase. Better than nothing, I guess. Not totally wasting my time here. Yeah, all those, you know, drugs that mess with your brain chemistry do all sorts of weird shit. It's very astute way of putting it, right? Them drugs, they do weird shit. Alright, you stop following me. What? Oh, Aramore's talking. I heard somebody talking to me. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Alright. Wait, so are you guys learning about anesthesia, or? I'm confused. Or just brain chemistry in general. I guess that's... those things are all very closely related. Actually, I really enjoyed my psych rotation because of all the weird drugs. Learned a little bit about it. Cool. Yeah, a lot of the psych drugs, especially like the newer antipsychotics, are really complicated drugs. They do a lot of stuff. Got GI now. Also pretty cool. Also quite cool. Oh, shit. Revives nearby allies? Oh, on death, okay. I don't like the sound of that at all. Oh, I'm excited to get to the end game. I want to figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, damn it. Figure out what the hell's going on with the league mechanic. It looks cool. Well, GI stuff ought to be right up your alley, man, if that's what you're wanting to do. A lifetime of doing nothing but colonoscopies and EGDs all the time. I'm joking, but that is the overwhelming majority of what you will be doing. Suppress spell damage. Spawns a meteor on death? The fuck? Making you reconsider because they're moving too quickly? What do you mean, in your unit? Or the, like, doctors that you've been around? Like, they do the procedures too fast. Because GI's tough, man. There's a lot to it. There we go. Beat that shit down. The lectures, you're way behind? Okay, well, that isn't great. But I mean, as long as you got access to them at home, right, you can take care of that anytime you like. That's a big reason why I, like, just stopped going to lectures, honestly. What's up, Leo?
Should have given them the. You're a smart one, Exile.
Like, I just did stuff at my pace, and as long as I got through it all, which I did, like, it took me way less time to do it on my own than it did to, like, sit in class. I felt like I paid better attention, and it took me less time. Ooh, I need to go get gems from Lily. Oh, shit. So I can actually use Grace. I'll do that once I get the spell suppression. Go away. Increase chance of chaos modifiers. Alright. Let's suppression or life and ES first. I'm gonna go suppression. So hopefully I'll have that very shortly. The lucky spell suppression node is huge. Talk to Sin about the sandstorm. I will. Find it interesting, so you might shadow a professor. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it, dude. Like, if you think something's cool, go check it out. They eat that up, too, you know? If you're like, oh, yeah, that thing that you teach is super fascinating. Can I please come watch you? I mean, obviously, it's flattering to think, like, you know, somebody else finds your, area of expertise interesting enough to like use their day on it. You'll say it just like that. You should. That'll work out extremely well, I'm sure. What could go wrong? I want to watch you. It'll be exhilarating. Yes. Then ask about his family. After you say that. It'll work, I promise. It'll work really well. He absolutely will not be creeped out and run screaming from you at all. Oh, motherfucker, where is the damn Stormblade? Boo. Running around the area, cause I don't know where it is. Jesus. Wasted time. Oh, there it is. Ah. Oh, ouch. Okay. Well, at least it's nearby. Lightning modifiers are scarcer, huh? Increased chance of mana, that's cool. That is good, that's good. Good for me, especially. Siphon's flask charges? Motherfucker, go away. Ooh. Okay. How will you know which one to pick? You probably won't. But probably what you would do is you would apply dermatology and have medicine as a backup. And then just rank accordingly after you interviewed at a whole bunch of places. I mean, you probably should do that anyway. Just because derm's so competitive. Like, even if you're a good applicant, you never know. Right? You never know what's gonna happen in those, like, hyper-competitive specialties. So yeah, you have all your like, say you like derm better. You have all your dermatology programs ranked, you know, at the top of your list, and then medicine is secondary, you know, down below those. You'll get into a medicine program somewhere. So that's, I wouldn't worry too much about that. They always have a fair few open spots. That's not really a problem. But I mean, if you decide that you like GI better, I mean, that's easy, right? The first step is cinch, right? Because you just have to match medicine, and it certainly helps to match it like a good program. But that's markedly easier than matching dermatology anywhere, in my opinion.
You did it.
You did it. I did do it. Which one do I want? Probably the wand, I guess.
Have you ever heard much of the Marquette?
Oh yeah, those are... yep, that's total trash. Perfect. Also trash.
Be careful.
If you got an IM but didn't get into GI, you'd be depressed. Yeah, that would be bad. Yeah, at least you ripped that band-aid off at the very beginning, right? With dermatology. You're like, oh, I didn't get in. So now I'm doing this other thing. Ah, fuck.
Some of the men.
Unveil this bow, please. Sure. Take this damage.
Blessings.
Oh. I need to talk to Sin. That's right.
Remember, humanity.
And then talk to them.
Well, it.
Boop. Thank you.
Good luck.
Now I go back. What are you supposed to do if they aren't able to subspecialize? You just either reapply the next year or just do medicine. That's the real fucky part of residency, man. Like, you just... yeah, there's no do-overs. Dropped armor converted to orbs of fusing. Okay. Yeah, you just eat it. That's That's the sad truth, you know? Like, what if you apply to dermatology and don't get it at all? Well, you don't get to be a dermatologist, right? It sucks. Yeah, medicine, I don't like the match. I think it's a really messed up system. I think it's very unfair. I mean, it's sort of like mechanically fair, but it's like the binding nature of it and how like final it is really, really tough to swallow. I'm glad that I'm done with that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you do, to be honest. I guess just reapply. I don't know. Like, it's nice in the sense that, you know, if you don't match GI as an internal medicine resident, like, you know, okay, so you're still a GI or a medicine doctor, right? You still have a career. It's not like residency where you just take shit out of luck if you don't match at all. You have to, you know, your best bet is to get into some program that didn't fill, and if you don't do that, then you're totally screwed. As far as practicing clinical medicine goes, at least. I mean, you can get into some other career, but like, you know, consulting or be, you know, medical directorship and stuff like that you can do. And honestly, chances that, like, if you just want to be a doctor and, you know, complete, like, the first year of your training so you can get a medical license, which is a really good idea, by the way, if for whatever reason you don't match. Like, you've come far enough that you might as well be able to get a medical license, in my opinion. I think that's worth a year of your time. Then there's, you know, there's any number of places that'll take you, like whether it's transitional years, pediatrics programs that haven't filled, or something like that. Like, you just have to do a year, and then, you know, you're set to go and you can quit. Yeah, unfortunately, one thing that they never really tell you about is that there are pretty lucrative things to do for people who don't have residencies. Like, you can, like I said, medical directorship, so you can, like, be a medical director of, like, a med spa. You can direct dialysis clinics. You can be the medical director of, like, testing labs, like Quest Diagnostics. They need medical directors all the time. You could do consulting work, which is extremely lucrative. Like, potentially, you know, you're making 8 figures. Like, literally. At the very high end. So definitely a, you know, very, very much better than nothing, for sure. Irasha. I killed Shikari. I did. Let's see, what did I get from that rare? Yeah, not great. Invasion mana, yep. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Jesus. I wonder what that's worth. A couple chaos. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll put it up for 3, see what happens. Can I craft on that, by the way? Yeah, not with it. There's like a freaking goblin microtransaction that just like runs around town and sings that ridiculous ass song. It's so annoying. Alright. What's in here? Gain an endurance charge on hit? What? They just always gain an endurance charge? What the fuck? Okay. Can't be stunned or modified below base value. 40% chance to block, so they just take 40% less damage. Cool. 100% of max life is energy shield. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, fine. Whatever. I don't know, I feel super sorry for people who, like, go to med school and don't match. I think that sucks more than anything, man. Like, the notion that you could spend that much time and money and effort, I mean, to just, like, come away empty-handed is... It just blows my mind. I can't even imagine why that's a possibility. You know, short of you, like, getting... If you, you know, don't get kicked out of school, you should have a job in clinical medicine, right? I think that's so fucked up, the way that works. And I think that you should, personally, I think you should have a much higher percentage chance of getting the specialty that you want. Uh-oh. The massage call has happened. So perhaps it is time to end the stream. Complete the incursion. I do not want to do that. Alright. Well, on that note, thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad I could make it on. It was a lot of fun, as always. Have a great rest of your week. I will try... Will I try to be on Sunday? I will, because I'm on vacation next week. Excellent. But yeah, thank you for making it a good time. Appreciate it. Yeah. If you guys haven't, join Discord, please. It's a good place. It's right here. Discord. Boop. Join that. I'll see you there. Take it easy, everybody. Have a great night.